WhisperSister here. I got a comment on one of my recent videos from somebody saying that the sound quality of my videos lately has not been what it used to be. And I agree with you on that. And thank you for pointing that out to me. It's just that I've been doing my videos like in the living room, and because there's more background noise there, I guess I figured I needed to be closer to the microphone on my camera in order to be picked up properly, and so there's more like popping and mic noise. So yeah, anyway, I had a good idea actually. I thought I could do videos in my car. And also right now, for example, I brought my camera to work with me, and I'm on my lunch break in my car because I tend to be really antisocial on my lunch break, and I usually just park in my car and read or whatever, like a loner. So I figured, why not make a video, especially since in the middle of the day is normally when like while I'm working, I kind of think of things that I would want to talk about, and then by the time I get home, I always get busy doing something else. So anyway, the only thing is I feel like a little bit of a freak, because if anybody goes by and sees me talking into a video camera in my car, they're gonna think that's pretty shady, especially given where I'm parked, which I won't go into, but yeah, it's funny. So yeah, we'll see. I had an interesting conversation with one of my coworkers today. He is ex-military, and well, I'm gonna read you something. Every morning I do some writing usually, and it's not really like anything that's supposed to be good. It's actually, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with The Artist's Way. It's a book by Julia Cameron, and it's kind of like a course on creativity and I guess working through creative blocks and like issues that get in the way of your self-esteem or your confidence or whatever, your ability to create. And one of the exercises that she says to do are these things called morning pages, which are pretty much what they sound like. You just write. It's supposed to be ideally first thing when you wake up, before you have a chance to really like get into your day. You write 3 pages of just whatever comes out. Like, just the point is to keep writing and not stop for 3 pages. And the idea is that you get rid of all the, it's kind of like just clearing out your mind of all the random stuff that floats around, and so that you can actually think more creatively, I guess, is the theory. But anyways, it's a really cool exercise to do, and I find I've been doing it for a couple of years now, not every day, and a lot of days I don't do it in the morning because I don't have time, because I tend to sleep until the last possible minute in the morning. So like I'll do them on my lunch break or even in the evening, but it definitely works best when done in the morning. And ideally my morning routine would be to wake up and do my pages and then go for a walk. I did that for a while, a long time ago now, really, but it was like a really, really, like probably the most content time in my life lately, because it's just so centering and kind of balancing to do that every morning. Uh-oh, there's a truck coming. I really don't want somebody to think I'm a creep. Anyways, I'm gonna read you what I wrote after talking to my coworker today. And again, it's just thoughts, so it's not supposed to be like anything creative, so don't judge me on it. But like, okay, even like my journal videos that I've read are also pretty sort of this is even more so. So yeah. Morning pages for today. I just had a conversation with, I won't say his name, my coworker, about some of the things he's seen in the war. We had someone come in looking for a job, and he was Serbian. This person got really angry and said he didn't want to talk to, quote, no Serbs. I was surprised. Then he actually opened up to me a little about what he saw that makes him feel that way, and I was even more surprised. I know he doesn't talk about it much. I bet he's thinking about it right now. Anyway, I can't believe what he's seen. I'm glad I haven't had to see it firsthand. I don't think I could handle that. I don't see how anyone could handle it. And the futility of it. He said they fought for 18 hours to get into a village that they knew was being ethnically cleansed. They fought toe-to-toe with these people to get in and save Croatians who were being killed. He watched friends die, watched his sergeant die, and I think that was when he had his accident. Actually, it's not an accident. So his legs were shattered, and he watched his military career disappear. And then to find out later that they never advanced farther than that, and the village was ethnically cleansed anyway. He watched a child get thrown into a burning building just because he was Croatian. I can't imagine. Watching that happen in front of you in real life and not being able to stop it. I would imagine that's what they call evil. Disembodied evil with human beings acting it out. But he had to put it into a body, had to assign it to a person, or in this case, a race of people. I can't say I'd do any different if I was in his shoes, but I'm not, so I've got my opinion. I think that there's a whole lot more to it than just saying a race is evil. Those Serbians were evil, or at least doing evil things. I don't argue that. But this guy today, there's a reason he's here in Canada and not over there. But then, my coworker said he's afraid that he's here to avoid persecution back home. I said that's a big assumption to make. I don't know, maybe I'm naive. I compared them to the Christian Crusades. Okay, yeah, maybe I do understand his prejudice, because I tend to have my guard up when talking to Christians as well, even though I know logically that they're not all the same. It is tempting to lump them all together, but it's dangerous to do that. Maybe that's a lesson for me to learn. Maybe I need to take a look at my own prejudices. I'm not going to read this part because I don't want to offend anybody. Hang on. Okay, so when I think of all the people I know who are Christians, all the beautiful people I know who are Christians, like Buffalo, that's a friend of mine, Audrey and David, for example, I realize there are some who actually live the way Christ said to live, or try to. I guess the difference is that I don't look at all white people or all Americans and assume that they ascribe to certain ideals. But I guess I do tend to generalize all civilized people as, for example, environmental tyrants. Until you can see the potential for people to change, they probably won't. I mean, if the whole world expects you to be a certain way, as an individual, a culture, or a race, it's probably only a matter of time until you give in and become that way. I guess this is a reminder for me to not lose sight of the good in people. What you focus on is what will be magnified. I believe people are generally good. When they are blind to their own goodness, having someone else see it and show it to them can be what's needed to remind them of who they really are. Maybe I'm naive, but I really hope not. Otherwise, what's the point? Yeah, so that's been on my mind, because, I have no idea what it's like to go through what this guy's gone through. I can't even begin to understand that. But still, I just think it's really dangerous to assume that all the people in a certain culture are the same. Because when you do that, then it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know? I don't know. I definitely am naive. There's no question. I probably don't even have any right to speak on the subject, but I don't know. I just think that and it hurts him too, like, for him to have to carry that around. So anyway, I don't know. I hope he can work through the things that he's had to see and do and deal with, because, man, I can't even imagine that. So, anyways, I'm going to do a